Urgent. Just left. It has just been confirmed at B's. Boston Bruins announces. This one took everyone by surprise. Boston Bruins decisions generate controversy in hockey and end up leaving the opponent furious. Tense weather due to NHL negotiations. But first, if you're new here on the Boston Bruins News Hour channel, take advantage and subscribe so you don't miss the latest Bruins news, which we're always bringing you firsthand. Enjoy and leave a like on this video so that YouTube continues to bring you the latest Boston Bruins news. The choices and decisions of the general manager of the Boston Bruins, Don Sweeney, in the NHL commercial negotiations, left his colleague and opponent upset, as he was left with the feeling that he was left in the hand by Sweeney in the negotiation of a defender of his team. What upset him most was that he left the defender out of the lineup for the last few games due to moves related to the NHL trade, as he felt he could make a possible trade with Sweeney sending the Bruins the 27-year-old 1-year-old. 0.80 high. Instead, a few days later, the Bruins acquired defenseman Dmitry Orlov along with forward Garnet Hathaway in a multiplayer trade. One of the general managers was telling me, Sunday, that there might be some stink eyes in that meeting, Friedman said on the latest 32 Thoughts podcast. He told me he doesn't involve him because he never had anything really close, but he said there are a lot of situations in the league where teams feel like they've been burned. That something was verbally agreed upon, or, as we spoke to Columbus Boston, the Blue Jackets certainly felt there was more than a verbal agreement on Gavrikov, and they were able to make their first pick elsewhere. But someone said there were a few of those. There were teams upset about the Jacob Chychrun process, there were some teams upset about the Timo Meier process, there was the Gavrikov lawsuit, and again, I don't know who's right and who's wrong. I've heard a lot of input from both sides, but the Jeff Marek noise, it's definitely there. It will be interesting to hear or see when some of these people get together and meet face to face. Is there any talk about that? As published by the news portal Boss Hockey Now, Columbus Blue Jackets general manager Jarmo Kekalainen feels he was left in the lurch by Boston Bruins general manager Don Sweeney in trade negotiations for defender Vladislav Gavrikov. I'm sure the player, Gavrikov, is disappointed, and so are we, said Jarmo Kekalainen. And my dear fan of the BS, in your opinion, do you think that Don Sweeney is right in these attitudes? Put your opinion in the comments and I'll update you with more news from Boston Bruins anytime.